Hello, my wonderful ninth graders, and welcome to your summary under 10-minute session with me. Today, we're going over chapter 2 of Beehive, which is the sound of music. As you know, this is divided into two parts, so let's begin with part 1. The first part of The Sound of Music throws light on the life of a famous Scottish multi-percussionist, Evelyn Glenny, and the struggles she faced to become a successful musician. She's a very talented performer. She was known for being a multi-percussionist because she knew how to play several percussion instruments perfectly. But what is most interesting is to note that although she was completely deaf, she has an extraordinary ability to sense music through her body rather than her ears. Evelyn was not born deaf, but she lost her hearing ability by the time she was 11 years old. Even though she faced difficulty hearing, it didn't stop her from pursuing music. Evelyn became keen to learn the xylophone at school when percussionist Ron Forbes recognized her potential. He encouraged her to sense the music through her body instead of her ears. After that, there was no looking back. Evelyn soared to newer heights. When she auditioned at the Royal Academy of Music, she scored one of the highest marks in the history of the Music Academy. She received several laurels, accolades, and awards for her extraordinary performances on the global platform. In 1991, the Royal Philharmonic Society honored her with the prestigious Soloist of the Year award. Anne Richlin of the Beethoven Fund for Deaf Children stated that Evelyn is a beaming inspiration to the specially abled people. Thus, Evelyn Glenny continues to set an example by motivating everyone around her with her determination and delights millions of people with her outstanding performances. Now let's move on to part 2. In part 2, the Sound of Music, we learn about Ustad Bismillah Khan, the Shehnai legend, and how the musical instrument Shehnai came into being. The Shehnai was first played in the Mughal emperor's chamber by a barber of a family of professional musicians. He chose a pipe with holes in it and played it by closing and opening some of these holes, thereby creating melodious sounds from the instrument. Legendary Indian Shehnai player Ustad Bismillah Khan was the maestro who popularized this musical instrument and gave it a global platform. He belonged to a renowned family of musicians and created new tunes and ragas which had not been explored before. From a young age, he was deeply inspired by the flowing waters of the river Ganga and would play on its banks at the temple of Balaji and Mangala Maya. Bismillah Khan had a secular upbringing as he loved Banaras and would play the Shehnai every morning at the Kashi Vishwanath temple on the banks of the holy river Ganga. In 1938, Bismillah Khan got his big break with the inauguration of All India Radio in Lucknow. Later, when India became independent of British rule on 15th August 1947, Ustad Bismillah Khan was the first Indian invited to play the Shehnai as he greeted the nation with his stirring performance. Over the years, he achieved infinite success and garnered immense praise from music lovers both nationally and internationally for his soulful renditions. He was bestowed with several accolades and awards in India, such as the Padma Vibhushan, the Padma Bhushan, and the Padma Shri. He was also the recipient of the highest civilian honor in India, that is the Bharat Ratna. Ustad Bismillah Khan represented India on the global stage too. He was the first Indian who was invited to perform at the distinguished Lincoln Center Hall in the United States of America. He also participated in the Cannes Art Festival, the World Exposition in Montreal, and the Osaka Trade Fair. He was so popular that an opera house in Tehran was named after him, that is the Tahar Mosiki Ustad Bismillah Khan. Despite having numerous opportunities far and wide, the music maestro was very fond of India, particularly Banaras and his native town, Dumrao. On 21st August 2006, Ustad Bismillah Khan breathed his last after a prolonged illness and left a legacy of soulful music behind him. That brings us to the end of our summary. Now, before I say goodbye to you, you know we have 2,000 plus hours of free content on this channel. So, subscribe now or you will miss out. And you have the Akash live webinar coming up for the last 30 days roadmap to 95% plus in class 10 boards. So don't miss out. Register now. It's on 15th August. And Kriti ma'am and Khushbu ma'am will be taking the webinar. If you want to enter India's biggest quiz competition on YouTube, register right away. BYJU'S Quiz Masters is now happening on 28 January 2023. And if you wish to speak English like a pro, then BYJU'S spoken English classes are perfect for you. Do check them out while the discount is going on. Link is in the description. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.